Gethsemane. Lord, you protect me from the enemy. You always give me the victory. Let's not forget thy love for me. Lead me to Calvary. Lead me, let's not forget. Lead me, let's not forget. Lead me to Calvary.
FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Fresh FM Radio London.
You are listening to The Wayne Hall Show. For information, it's music. Beats music. Beats music.
I just want you to know, no matter your circumstance, nor the situation, you are special. And today, we're taking all the doubts away. Right now. If all your life somebody told you you'll never amount to nothing, and somewhere down the line you begin to believe, so you started to act just like nothing. You took the easy way, but look where you are today. God can make something wonderful out of you. God can make something out of nothing. He's the same today as he was yesterday. And if you don't believe me, ask Moses about the Red Sea. Just ask the Hebrew boys about the fiery furnace. The power of God showed up and set them free. God can make something wonderful out of me. If you feel like life is whipping you and you're stumbling over everything you try to do, and somebody keeps saying there's just ain't no way. Oh, but Judge just said, whatever you ask in my name, I will give it to you. God can make something wonderful out of you. Oh, God can make something out of nothing. He's the same today as he was yesterday. And if you don't believe me, ask Moses about the Red Sea. Just ask the Hebrew boys about the fiery furnace. The power of God showed up and set them free. God can make something wonderful out of me. So right now, we're taking away all the doubts, all the low self-esteem, all the hesitation, anything that produces fear. We're taking it away from you right now. And this is my testimony to the world. Oh, yeah.
Something out of nothing.
Ooh, yeah.
He's the same today as he was yesterday.
Ooh.
And if you don't believe me, ask Moses about the Red Sea.
Just ask the Hebrew boys about the fiery furnace. The power of God showed up and set them free. God can make something wonderful out of me. Oh,
God can make something out of nothing.
ooh, yeah.
Same today as he was yesterday.
And if you don't believe me, ask Moses about the Red Sea. Just ask the Hebrew boys about the fiery furnace. The power of God showed up and set them free. God can make something wonderful out of me.
You are listening to The Wayne Hall Show, where information meets music. Meets music.
Fresh FM Radio London.
Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
If you ever feeling down and like you have nowhere to go, if you feeling like an outcast as your problems overflow, just remember there is someone, and all it takes is for you to know is that God is the answer, and God answers prayer. He sees every weakness, every trial, every mountain and sea, and He sees every teardrop, and He wipes them for me. I get down on my knees and I say, Savior, help me please, because one thing is for certain, is my God answers prayer. You may be broken and feel battered, but your strength will surely come in the midst of all your heartaches. Your battles are already won. Just remember, in the hard times, don't give up, don't say you're done, because God is the answer, and God answers prayer. He sees every weakness, every trial, every mountain and sea, and He sees every teardrop, and He wipes them for me. I get down on my knees and I say, Savior, help me please, because one thing is for certain, is my God answers prayer. Oh, He sees every weakness, every trial, every mountain and sea, and He sees every teardrop, and He wipes them for me. Just get down on your knees and say, Savior, help me please, because one thing is for certain, is my God answers prayer.
You are listening to The Wayne Hall Show, where information meets music. Meets music. Meets music. Meets music.
Father, I see hell all around me, and they know not you, and I'm tired and bruised. I'm sad and blue. It's gonna take all I have just to do what I'm supposed to do, and I know I still gotta sing and praise you, Lord. It ain't easy, Lord, from underneath the storm, but it's where I am when I feel like I'm barely hanging on. But I'm still gonna sing, yes, I'm still gonna praise you, Lord. But it ain't easy from underneath the storm. From underneath the storm. Look down from above. from my doubt. When I'm feeling low, as I sometimes do, lift me up above the rain and clouds. Lift me up when my only hope is for your light to shine. When I can't find the strength to praise you enough, renew my heart, renew my mind. It ain't easy, Lord, from underneath the storm, but it's where I am when I feel like I'm barely hanging on. I'm still gonna sing, yes, I'm still gonna praise you, Lord, but it ain't easy from underneath the storm. So here I am with praise and song, even though, Lord, I'm not so strong, worshiping you from underneath the storm. And even when it ain't easy, Lord, through the clouds and through the noise, I'm still gonna sing and raise my voice. It ain't easy, Lord, from underneath the storm, but it's where I am when I feel like I'm barely hanging on. But I'm still gonna sing, yes, I'm still gonna praise you, Lord, but it ain't easy from underneath the storm. Oh, it ain't easy, Lord, from underneath the storm, but it's where I am when I feel like I'm barely hanging on. But I'm still gonna sing, yes, I'm still gonna praise you, Lord, but it ain't easy from underneath the storm. From underneath the storm.
FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Fresh FM Radio London.
You are listening to The Wayne Hall Show, where information meets music.
Mikey Sparkle Production presents Mikey Sparkle Christmas Party with a live performance by Glenn Washington. Yes, Atlanta, Glenn Washington live.
Please don't take my sweetness.
Doing all his hit songs. Music by DJ Carlton, DJ Cold Ride, and Bugsy Bamba. Get your tickets at MikeySparkleOnline.com or call 770-895-8549. Pre-sold tickets $55, $70 at the door. Doors open 8 p.m. Dinner served at 9:30 p.m. Glenn Washington live in concert at Mikey Sparkle Christmas Party, Saturday, December 20th at Grand Palace Banquet Hall, 3540 Club Drive in Lawrenceville.
Send money to Jamaica with TapTap Send from the UK, USA, or Canada, direct to a bank account or cash pickup from VM Money or JMMB transfer. Easy, fast, with no transfer fees. Download our app today and use promo code JAMWIN for a free £20 or $20 bonus added to your first transfer for Hurricane Melissa impact, support for families and communities in the parishes of Hanover, Westmoreland, St James, Trelawny, St Elizabeth, and parts of St Anne and Manchester. TapTap Send, easy, fast, with no transfer fees. TapTap Send, the empowering families and communities in Jamaica through collaboration between the UK, USA, and Canada.
Georgia, it's the best news ever. Trelawny Fusion Kitchen is coming your way. Yes, you heard right. Trelawny Fusion Kitchen is bringing its flair of Jamaica to your neck of the woods. Imagine an authentic Caribbean casual dining restaurant with a full-service bar. It gets no better than this. Their new home will be at 901 Rockaway Road, Stockbridge, Georgia 30281, or opening Mondays to Fridays, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. for breakfast, Saturdays and Sundays brunch from 11 a.m. closing each day at 11 p.m. Call 678-489-8412 with your reservation. Yes, Stockbridge, you are winning because Trelawny Fusion Kitchen is headed your way and bringing with it the flair of Jamaica. You are invited to enjoy an evening of music, praise, and fellowship at the Chris Blue Benefit Gospel Concert on November 22nd, 2025 at the James McKeown Worship Center, 2720 Centerville Highway, Snellville, Georgia 30078, featuring Chris Blue and guest artists Inspired, Forgiven, and Radiant Light. Free parking, MC Wayne Hall. Proceeds will go towards the Snellville Seventh-day Adventist Church Building Fund. Admission early bird tickets $55 until October 15. Preferred seating $75 and general admission $65. Doors open at 5 p.m. For more information, call 678-794-1349. It's the Chris Blue Benefit Gospel Concert. Get your tickets and see you there.
For some authentic Caribbean groceries and treats, then you must stop by the all-new Caribbean Marketplace. Now open with 3 locations: 5970 Old National Highway in Atlanta, 2618C Max Cleveland Boulevard in Lithonia, and 6920 Douglas Boulevard in Douglasville. Open Sunday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Capture all your favorite Caribbean products from different islands in the Caribbean. Produce, drinks, exotic Caribbean fruits and vegetables. You name it, we have it. Your one-stop shop. We also carry several different brands of ackee, curry, and other seasoning from the island. Bread, buns, and a variety of Grace products. All available at the Caribbean Marketplace. With 3 locations: 5790 Old National Highway in Atlanta, 2618C Max Cleveland Boulevard in Lithonia, and 6920 Douglas Boulevard in Douglasville. For more information, call 678-829-3201 or visit CaribbeanMarketATL.com. So come out and explore everything that you're missing from the Caribbean.
Hello and welcome. How we doing? Good evening and welcome everyone to this edition of the Wayne Hall Show. Happy Wednesday. Wonderful winning Wayne Wednesday to everyone hearing the sound of my voice. It's good to be back on a Wednesday and to fellowship with you all. We got a great show lined up for you this evening, but before we get into that, let me say evening and welcome to Linkage 101.75 Hype FM. Big shout out to Clark TV Network. Big up Island Worldwide listeners on Reggae Vibes Radio, Yardflow TV, EnergyRadio1.com. Shout out to all my listeners on EnergyRadio1.com, YouChooseRadio.com. Big shout out to all my listeners over there. Fresh FM Radio London, Rudy Page and the crew. Hello, how are you? Want to say a big shout out to those on Fit FM 96.7. Trelawny's Radio back up and running. Yes, so big shout out to Fit FM 96.7, Trelawny's Radio. Your life, your music. If you're watching on social media, want to say a very good evening to you and welcome. It's great to have you. Big shout out to those of us on YouTube. All right. Blessings to you, Auntie P. Good to see you as always. And everyone else over on YouTube. All right. Welcome to this edition of the Wayne Hall Show. If you're a first-timer, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're a new listener. And even if you're not new, but you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, jump on over on YouTube. Subscribe to the Wayne Hall Show channel on YouTube. We're what? 850 subscribers. Yeah, we could use some more. All right, so you could do me the honor. Just jump over on YouTube. Subscribe. All right, thank you. Yep. Tell you what. Shout out to those on TikTok. Hello, all my TikTokers. Yes, big up family. Keith, how are you, man? Bless up, Mr. Keith Cole. Good to see you in the place. You know, a long time in a draw Keith Cole, you know. Cho, wife, you're going to get mad at me. All right. Yeah, man. So shout out to everyone on TikTok. Thank you so much for tuning in over there. Also want to say a big shout out if you're on Facebook. if you're on Twitch, hello. And let me see who's on with me here. I see Maxine Lyons in the house. Welcome, Maxine. Sparky Melody, big up yourself. Salute to you too, sir. Maxine, no feel so great. Oh, Maxine. Feel better. Feel better. All right. You need some soup. Andrea Brown McNeish, good evening and welcome. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, man. And Christine Rendell with the roll call. Big up yourself in a CR. Don't know. Man, your support is priceless. All of you. I appreciate love all of you. All right. So great show lined up. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna try and share as much, put a lot of attention as much as I can on the flyers that are trying to support Jamaica. And I know we want to get into the music and everything, but this process is going to be a while, and I really don't want us to forget, in all the fun we're going to be having, that we still need to do what we can. There are going to be people without work, okay? There's going to be people without work. We're discussing in our household, we're going to find relatives that might be out of work and try to see if we can send them a stipend. Especially after this initial phase is passed and they're still rebuilding those hotels and stuff that went down, the businesses that got washed away, a lot of people are going to be out of work, and we're just kind of positioning ourselves to help somebody buy a bread back home in the new year, right? So think about it too, ladies and gentlemen. It could be like a partner. You could probably approach a bank, say, hey, how can we do something that money definitely goes into the hand of some needy folks out of work in Jamaica. That's one of the things we have to think about as well. Feeding them now and everything, but then 6 months from now, when there's still no jobs, they're going to need some money. I'm sure materials and supplies will be going back in, but they're going to need money to buy them, right? So just thinking and thinking hard. And then we have... well, that's the new Crisp Blue Flyer. Hope you're getting your tickets, because we're going to have fun this Saturday night in Snellville. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you get your tickets, all right? Down there on Centerville Highway this Saturday, man. We're going to be fellowshipping like none other. All right? And then I also have this flyer where you can donate books. Help Jamaica's deaf schools rebuild. It's a Hurricane Melissa relief event effort. St. Christopher's School for the Deaf in Brownstown, ages 3 to 12. Caribbean Christian Center for the Deaf, Montego Bay, 16 and up. And the Jamaica Christian School for the Deaf, Montego Bay, age 2 to 21. They lost 80% of their books. Oh my gosh. You know what? I have some books. I have to get into this game. I almost gave those books away over the summer. God knows why it made me forget, because I have a bunch of books that I can send here. Oh my goodness, that my kids are way too old to read now. Books received by November 23rd will be hand-delivered. All right, this made me realize, oh man, that's to show you I got this flyer, but I never really dived into it. I'm whipping and running. All right, then tonight we're going to hear from Chateau 1870 Experience, an intimate Thanksgiving celebration. Miss Michelle Hamilton is going to join us. She's going to talk about this event and how your support of this event is going to support what's going on in Jamaica. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, just some of the stuff going on. This is actually this Saturday at the Golden Hour Harvest, Candlelight Harvest, one at 4:30 to 6, one at 7 to 8:30. Collecting donated items for the Jamaica Relief, and it's at, where's the address? Chateau 1870 Culinary Experience. 401 Arbins Road in the Cula. So it's going to be at 401 Arbins Road in the Cula, and it's Chateau 1870. Chateau 1870, Arbins Road in the Cula. All right. And then, if I jump into my actual Melissa format, there's still the places you can still go drop off items. I have not been told that we can no longer drop off items, so please screenshot that and see where you can still go make donations. All right? Okie dokie smoky.
Let me get that one down and put up another one here. We have Sweet Treat for You, PNP Catering, LLC. That one was from the 11:10. I wonder if that's to 11:15. Okay. I think this one might be over. So I'm just going to jump to the next one. All right. This one is ongoing. It's if you buy, you could buy basic food package for like US $20 or $30, and these are the different items that would go to a person if you just sponsored this through LASCO. All right, each package will value no less than 20 or 25 US dollars. So go ahead and donate here. You could screenshot that again so you have the info. This is the updated list of disaster relief items for the general public. Ladies and gentlemen, take a picture. So you have these handy when you go shopping. You can throw in something here, throw in something there. Then when you get a chance, you just stop by somewhere, one of the locations, and do that. And then we have This is Jamaica, who are helping by pushing for hygiene products. There's the QR code. Scan it. See how you can help by giving soap, toothpaste, toothbrushes, women's hygiene items, shampoo, and more. All right. And is that all I have? No, the Lions are doing their thing. The Lions they're still got their drive going. So it's the Lions International Global Outreach, and they're really helping a lot on the ground in all the countries that got affected by this. We're talking in Jamaica, in Haiti, in Cuba, where there were some other islands, Turks and Caicos. They're boots on the ground, because they're 1.4 million strong globally in over 200 countries with 275 million people served annually. So Dr. Angela Williams, the district governor, sent this out. And ladies and gentlemen, if you can support the Caribbean region, the flags are there of Jamaica, Cuba, Bahamas, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Cayman Islands, Turks and Caicos, and Bermuda. How can you donate? Let me see. Checks are made payable to Atlanta Caribbean Lions Charities. Their mailing address is P.O. Box 870981, Stone Mountain, Georgia. You can Zelle to Atlanta Caribbean Lions Charities at gmail.com. That's ATL Carib Lions Charities at gmail.com. All right, so please support the Lions. They're really, there's so much going on that we're not seeing, which is great. When I tell you, Jamaica is one loved country. All right. How about the Jamaica Project USA? Down on the ground, getting their first shipment off. Yeah. Yeah, man. Good night, Cat Eyes. All right. Hurricane relief for Jamaica, and you can drop off at 6500 McDonough Drive, Suite C7 in Norcross, Georgia, and also at 1820 North Brown Road in Lawrenceville, or 455 Grayson Highway, Suite 128 in Lawrenceville, the two locations for Kingston 30 Jamaican restaurant. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is it for now. So just go ahead and support as you can. It's going to be ongoing. All right? Yes. And I want to get back into some entertainment. We have a guest coming up. Yes. And he's an ex-soldier from the Jamaican Army. Yep. Ex-retired Jamaican soldier. And ladies and gentlemen, he is, let me see. I'm going to pull his information up, and then I'll, you know what? I have it on WhatsApp here. I'll get back to that. But we have him at 8:45. He's going to talk about his life in the military. I just want to give him his official title, okay? So I don't want to just say, I have a soldier coming on. Yeah, this man has been, Sergeant Rowe. He is retired Regimental Sergeant Major, Regulating Master Chief, Petty Officer. And he's going to have to explain this in English to me when he comes on. All right? Regimental Sergeant Major, Regulating Master Chief, Petty Officer Rowe joins us at 8:45. What hidden truth could there possibly be in the Jamaican Army. What in truth? Keith Cole, bless up yourself. Thanks for your subscription, man. Bless up yourself. Yes. All right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, man, it's always great to have an awesome guest. We have Michelle Hamilton joining us and an agent for Chris Blue, the Chris Blue concert happening this Saturday night. An agent is going to join me. We're going to talk about all things Chris Blue and his benefit gospel concert this weekend. All right? Okay. I said earlier, you know, I haven't played a Keith in a long time. Right, Keith? Here we go. About time. That's right. Bring it on home. Keith Cole. Here we go.
If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, whoa, honey, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know I laugh when you left, but now I know I only hurt myself. Whoa, honey, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I give you jewelry and money too. That ain't all I'll do for you. If you bring it to me, bring your sweet loving, bring it on to me. Yeah, yeah. You know I'll always be your slave till I'm buried in my grave. Oh, honey, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on to me. Yeah, yeah. One more thing. You know I try to treat you right, but you stayed out late at night. But I'll forgive you. Bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah. If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, whoa, honey, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah. You know I laugh when you left, but now I know I only
That's right. Want to shout out Carmen Williams. Big up yourself, Carmen. Good to see you. Yeah. And also a big shout out to Dr. Polly Reed of the Jamaica Museum and Cultural Center. Dr. Reed says, good evening. This is Dr. Reed from the Jamaican Museum and Ultra Center. I just returned from Jamaica where we visited Ground Zero, I take that to mean, in Montego Bay. People are in need. They need good clothes. They are grateful for everything. It is heartbreaking to see the shock of their experience still in their faces. There's hope of a future alongside that. Let me tell you something. Dr. Reed, I've seen a lot of clips sent my way. And look, you're right. You look at what happened to these individuals, but there is something about the way they're describing their experience and their default back to the fact that we have life. We have life. And there was that lady, I think someone from a British, but from the BBC went and found on behalf of someone. And all she kept saying is, look, everything is gone, but we have life. We'll build it back. And it's just the attitude in everybody when you go across. So right now, we've always bragged about being a resilient country. The people back home right now are living resilience. I'm telling you, I was listening to a colleague the other day fussing about some 5-minute thing on the phone with a customer service someplace. And it just dawned on me, like, look, listen, she's losing it over having to wait 5 minutes to sort out something. And we got people home who don't even know where their next meal is coming from. It really, and yet they have a better attitude than these people with all these resources available. So hats off, man. We just got to keep doing what we're doing and know that we got to dig in. It's going to change the way and how, but we got to keep it going. It's going to evolve with every stage, but we just got to stay ready and keep doing what we can from here. And so we got ourselves and the world's got us. Isn't Jamaica loved? Isn't Jamaica loved? Ladies and gentlemen, Jamaica is loved. All right? I want to play this video and then I'll get to my guest.
Just remember, say Jamaica, how we live, but we we will rise, Jah never pass us by. Remember, say Jamaica, how we live, but we will rise, so much loss, so much gone. All we gotta do is be strong. Gotta pitch in, help someone. You might think you lost it all, but we can rise in case we fall. No, it's hard, we've come so far. Jamaica, we must stand up tall. Just remember, say Jamaica, how we live, but we will rise, Jah never pass us by. Remember, say Jamaica, how we live, but we will rise, Jah wipe those eyes. Still can't believe it, see it and feel it, but we're gonna shine brighter than the sun. I see you, people sleeping on the ground. They need food, they need clothes. So much people got no home. Just remember, say Jamaica, how we live, but we will rise, Jah never pass us by. Remember, say Jamaica, how we live, but we will rise, Jah wipe those eyes. Just remember, say Jamaica, how we live, but we will rise, Jah never pass us by. Remember, say Jamaica, how we live, but we will rise,
Great FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Fresh FM Radio London.
You are listening to The Wayne Hall Show, where information meets music, meets music, meets music, meets music.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. On your screen is none other than our esteemed guest this evening. And I've been telling you about this gentleman. So please join me and welcome to the Wayne Hall Show this evening, retired from the Jamaican Army. I'll say it like that. I stand corrected, but this is Sergeant Rowe, Regimental Sergeant Major, Regulating Master Chief Petty Officer, joining us this evening. I hope I got that right, sir.
You're almost there, sir.
Almost. Okay. So, how are you, man?
I'm happy to be here, sir, and thank you for inviting me to your show. I heard about your show, and I'm delighted to be here.
Yes, and we're very happy to have you, truly, because and let me find the there it is, that's the cover of his book, ladies and gentlemen, and it's gonna sit right there between us so you all can see Life of a Soldier. All right. And revealing the hidden truth about life as a soldier, a comprehensive factual account of life serving in the Jamaica Defense Force. So, Mr. Garfield Rowe, welcome, sir. It's a good thing. It's a good pleasure to have you. And we want to hear it. But first, give us a little of your backdrop. Where in Jamaica you from?
Thank you again, Wayne. I'm originally from Kingston, born underneath the clock, crossroad, pretty much. I grew up in Kingston for most of my childhood days. I spent a few years in England, and then I came back and finished my high school here in Jamaica, and then subsequently joined the Jamaican Defense Force. But originally from Kingston, Jamaica.
Okay, so originally from Kingston, Jamaica. Man, same born under the clock. Nice. And so tell us how you got to be a soldier. What motivated you, to enlist, and obviously went through the ranks in some very interesting ways we're about to learn about.
My father was in the military, and I think that's pretty much where it started from.
Okay.
My dad served pretty much 25 years, starting out in the military band, playing the national anthem for the first time when we lowered the Union Jack and raised the Jamaican flag. So my father was instrumental as part of the military band to have played in the National Stadium during that time.
Awesome.
I emulated my dad's and his career being a soldier. And when I came back from living in England, I joined the Jamaica Combined Cadet Force. And pretty much that began my military. It's a paramilitary career that led me to my military career. And that in itself, is mentioned in the book. And I don't want my readers to not to talk too much about that, but for them to actually see. So initially influenced by my father, and then being a part of the Jamaica Combined Cadet Force, where I did, a couple of years during my high school days, and did some marvelous things there. Then transitioning to the JDF was fairly easy.
Which high school did you attend?
Arden, of course, the greatest high school in Jamaica. You would have known that.
The greatest high school that still claimed to have the greatest alumni event in Metro Atlanta.
Therefore, there you go. And interestingly, I'm actually the founder and past president of the Alumni Association in Atlanta.
Yes, sir. That much I know. Yeah.
That much
I know. Yes. Mm-hmm. Shout out to all Arden alumni. All right. I hope you all are watching. Yep. He's repping. All right. And so you entered the JDF, the Jamaica Defense Force. Now, from one will think it doesn't sound like a busy a lot when you talk about the Jamaica Defense Force, but you happen to have served during a time when we actually had some deployments, right? We
Yes,
we
sir.
we, we went to where? Grenada and some other places.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us a little bit about that.
Actually, during my time, just while I was in training, we were deployed. The Jamaican Defense was deployed to Grenada during the U.S.-led invasion. I think it was the Cuban invasion, and the U.S. partnership with CARICOM actually entered Grenada to resolve that issue. I also served in Restore Democracy in Haiti in 1995, where they hosted President Aristide, and we were sent in as a peacekeeping force to restore democracy in Haiti. So I did 7 months deployment there. I also served in Trinidad when the Muslim Abu Bakr, they stormed the Red House and shot the Prime Minister and overtook the country. As CARICOM, we were also sent in to help restore democracy also in Trinidad. So I've been deployed twice and fall short of being deployed to Grenada as I left the training depot that ended the deployment. And so
Okay.
I missed it.
All right. So if anyone is just joining us, we're speaking with the retired Regimental Sergeant Major and Regulating Master Chief Petty Officer, Mr. Rowe. And he is talking to us, ladies and gentlemen, about his book. And the book is entitled Life of a Soldier. There it is. And Mr. Garfield Rowe is sharing invaluable information about life in the JDF with us tonight. Now, the word is you are, perhaps the only soldier to serve in a lateral movement on land, air, and sea in the JDF ever.
That is correct.
And
That
still
is correct. And it might even not only be Jamaica, but global.
global. So this might be a global accomplishment.
Yes, because normally you don't serve in the Air Force, the Coast Guard, and the infantry battalion. You're either in the Air Force or you're either in the Navy or you're infantry. But there are times when persons in the infantry get posted to the Air Force or the Coast Guard. But you don't normally see one in a lateral movement in the same rank, pretty much. Having served in that.
So help us understand this. It means at some point you were doing duty in a division. What would we consider land?
Okay, the infantry battalion is where we does internal security for the country. We patrol the street of Jamaica. We do what is happening now, such as relief system as the hurricane. And so pretty much we're established to protect Jamaica from an external force and also to patrol the street of Jamaica so that we keep our environment safe. So that's the infantry battalion. The support battalion now is the unit that gives aids to the infantry and other units, like the drivers, the cooks, the mechanics, the musicians. They're operating a support role. So I was also a Regimental Sergeant Major for the support battalion.
Okay.
And pretty much that's what it is. Now, that's the land part of it, the support battalion and the infantry. Now, the Air Force, which is the JDF Air Wing, we refer to that, it's a JDF Air Wing, but it's referred to as the Air Force.
Yes.
They do airlift and, CASEVAC and all of that and supply using helicopters. And then the Coast Guard, as you know, would operate from the sea perspective, hence land, air, and sea. So I've served as a Regimental Sergeant Major for the 2nd Battalion Jamaica Regiment, the Support and Service Battalion, JDF, and the JDF Air Wing. But moving towards the Coast Guard now, which you call the Seamen.
The Seamen.
We
have a joke about that, but I won't go in there.
Their operation is slightly different from the remainder of the force.
Yes.
Their dress is different. Their method of salute is different. The way they operate is different. Their rank structure is different.
Okay.
And so that's the reason why I moved from being the Regimental Sergeant Major to the Regulated Master Chief Petty Officer when I went to the Coast Guard, because they use the naval rank system.
Okay.
The force uses the same rank structure.
You're schooling us tonight. You're schooling us. on the life in the JDF. That's awesome. Good. So now we get the gist of land, here, and sea, and you were able to serve laterally. Wow. A lot of folks just go into one and stay there and stay the course. You were able to go boom, boom,
Yes.
boom. Oh, wow. I love it. All right. Good deal. Now, this I'm sure everyone listening and everyone who watches this will agree has really uniquely positioned you to be a great representation of what life could be in the Jamaica Defense Force. And so the fact that you are wanting to tell us about this in a book intrigues me. What I'm curious most about is why would you caption this as the hidden truth? What is there to reveal in terms of hidden truths in the Jamaica Defense Force, in your life as a soldier?
The fact of the matter is, I wrote the book for two reasons mainly. When I was a youngster going to school, I went to my dad, who was still serving in the military, for lunch money. And I had three siblings prior to me who pretty much graduated high school before I did. None of them became doctors or lawyers. Not that they weren't, efficient in their other skill sets.
Right.
But most Jamaican parents like to brag about their kids being a doctor, a pilot, or a lawyer. None of my siblings before me became any of those. And so when I went to my dad this particular day for lunch money, he said to me that he never had any lunch money to give me because it appears that none of us was going to be anything in life. Now, I took that quite, personal when he said that to me, because 7 brothers, 7 different minds. And while my other siblings weren't doctors or lawyers, they still made good of themselves after graduating high school. Because one of my sisters is a nurse. My other brother migrated overseas and worked with a law firm. My older brother, he was very creative in the arts and did a lot of arts and craft. So they had their own different skill sets. But when my dad said that to me, I took it very as an offense. And I decided to prove my dad that whatever I do thereafter, I'm going to do the best that I could do and show him that, 7 brothers, 7 different minds. So everything that I did from those words to now, I have impacted, personal lives and individuals and, just try to be the best that I could be. So when I joined the JDF, being the first cadet from the Jamaica Combined Cadet Force to be appointed as the first Regimental Sergeant Major for the cadet. So I'm not only 4 times Regimental Sergeant Major for the JDF, but I'm also the first cadet to be appointed Regimental Sergeant Major for the 1st Battalion Jamaica Combined Cadet Force. And that actually led me and the experience that I brought to the JDF. So when I got to the JDF, I was met with several challenges. So my tenure wasn't a bed of roses.
Right, there were challenges.
And some of the challenges what I spoke about. Having overcome those challenges and got to where I needed to have been. Persons keep saying to me, why don't you tell your story? So I was kind of motivated to write this book. And in writing this book, I didn't just speak about my accomplishments, but I spoke about the challenges and I spoke about some things that the general public would not have known existed within the JDF, which I refer to as the hidden truth. And I will just dive into that a little bit by saying what I refer to as the hidden truth. A lot of people would not have known that a JDF, with the structure that it carries, favoritism does exist. Like most.
You said favoritism?
And everything in life, favoritism.
Oh, wow.
And I experienced that within the JDF.
I somebody once described it as a little kind of classism in the military there. Yeah.
Yes. And so favoritism existed, and I've been affected by favoritism within the JDF. Biases also existed. And again, a lot of people would not have known that all of these things existed within the JDF. There are other issues that I probably would want to dive into because the JDF, is a name brand force, as small as it is. And, I've learned a lot. It has trained a lot of people. It has turned out many great men and women. And so it's not about belittling the Jamaican Defense Force, but it's just some things that I encountered. For example, 2 soldiers committed similar offenses. But because one was earmarked to be positioned for a particular promotion, he got assistance from internal sources to aid his issue that he was having, while the other person with a similar issue was sent on leave and then subsequently discharged without any similar assistance.
Right.
So, those are one of the areas that I highlighted in my book. A lot of people would have known that back in the days, if you were born in some volatile areas in Kingston, the JDF would not accept you to join as a soldier.
Really?
So most soldiers would have to.
Yeah, I'm hearing a feedback there. You have something else on? Okay.
I'm not sure what that is.
All right, never mind. Let's focus. It's still good enough. We got good quality. It's okay. It's just that I heard something a little extra there somewhere, like another
display in the background. Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, if there's, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go to my notes to make sure I say his title right. Retired Regulating Master Chief Petty Officer, Mr. Rowe, joining us this evening, talking about his life in the military. Now, you made a great point just now about certain areas. If you were from certain areas in Kingston, the JDF would not accept you?
Yes, sir. Most persons who are from Tivoli Gardens or Bream or some of those volatile areas would have to put a location from the country, Portland, St. Elizabeth, in order to be accepted, because, the system thought that, persons weren't of good standard and quality coming from those areas would benefit the JDF, which isn't quite true, because, I have a classmate, Captain Devon Harris, who went to Arden and was also a member of the JDF. He took part in the bobsled team,
Yes.
which is why the movie Cool Runnings came out.
Yes.
And he came from a volatile era that JDF would not normally recruit from. And he had impacted the world based on his involvement in the bobsled. And it goes to prove that there was no truth that if the era is bad, it means that you coming from there, you would not have been a good soldier to perform. So that's something that the general public would not have known back then, that, to join the JDF and you say you're from these volatile areas, you probably would have been overlooked and accepted.
I'm thinking that, if anything, joining the army, the military, would be a good thing for anyone from a less privileged area, because the discipline of it, they're either gonna make it or not, right? So that's very interesting to hear. But hey, you're telling the story. It's the hidden secrets, ladies and gentlemen. Let me put the cover of the book back up on screen. Life of a Soldier, written, a comprehensive factual account of life serving in the Jamaica Defense Force. Please tell us where they can get this book to purchase as of now.
The book is currently on Barnes and Noble. It's on Amazon. And I'm trying to get the book in some of the bookstores in Kingston. So I'm negotiating now, but currently on Amazon. Actually, on its release, it became Amazon Hot New Release bestseller for the paperback and the Kindle. So it's been doing very great on Amazon.
Okay. All right. So the book is out. It's been out, ladies and gentlemen. He says it's doing great. Of course, it's got to do great. This is your chance. This is your chance, ladies and gentlemen, to get your copy and read firsthand. Okay? Read firsthand what has motivated our retired soldier here to share his story. And it's a mix of accomplishments, as well as, in everything there are challenges, and we are so aware of that. We have a fair share of challenge in all we do. And so I'm glad that you're bringing a mix, a balance to this conversation. So tell me, what would you have considered your biggest challenge in the JDF? And Did you include that in the book, and how easy or how hard was it for you to relive that in the book?
Okay, one of my biggest challenges, having been posted to the JDF Coast Guard. And again, the Coast Guard is a unique unit. It's operates differently from the rest of the force. It's standard and way of military life is also different because they're seamen.
Yes.
And so they operate differently. When the rest of the force would have similar operations, the Coast Guard is independent to its own cause. And so going to the Coast Guard, I was faced with resentment because being a strong disciplinarian and as a regimental sergeant major in the rest of the force, having served as regimental sergeant major for the 2nd Battalion and also the support battalion, my name kind of preceded me because my nickname, as I've been referred to, is Add Value.
Add Value, which is on the book itself.
It's on the
Garfield
book,
Add Value Rowe. Yes.
No. Whenever I speak with my soldiers on parade, I would say, gentlemen, you must always add value all the time. Right? And if you're not adding value, you're either taking away from something positive or you remain in constant, which means there's no change to what is happening. My belief is that if you come into an organization and there's something that can be improved upon, we need to seek to improve upon it. In other words, work smarter, not harder. So
right.
One of what I did was to provide changes to my leadership style. And so when I was in this infantry, the infantry dominated the rest of the force. History would have it. They won Queen's Medal. They won the force march and shoot. They won the choral competition. They won the swimming. They may have come second in the athletics or the football competition, but they're dominating. The moral is high. Now, because of my belief and how I operated, when I was posted to the Support and Services Battalion, instantly the change went with me. The support won Queen's Medal, won force march and shoot, won swimming, and the positive and the moral was just high. Now, when I spoke about adding value, I said to soldiers, don't add value when it suits you or when you feel like. You add value all the times. And so if you are awarded for turnout and parade, you're adding value. But for the next 2 days, you come late, then there's some level of extra guard or extra duty. So I maintain a certain standard. And so when I was posted to the Coast Guard, as a relaxed unit, the Coast Guard is very relaxed. They're seamen. They're very, when you want to see the Coast Guard work is when they're actually on patrol, because every man has a certain role to play and every man, other person relies on that man. So the team is there. But when they're on land, they're a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more, carefree. So when they heard that as a regimental sergeant major with some strong coming to the Coast Guard, they really didn't want me to be there because they thought I would be coming to disturb their regular relaxed moment and regiment, the Coast Guard. So they were not accepting. And the regulating Master Chief Petty Officer, outgoing at the time, who knew me quite well, was able to calm the storm and say, listen, the man is a strong disciplinarian, but he's a fair man, and there's no harm in him coming to the Coast Guard. And so that would have been my biggest challenge going to the Coast Guard. But when I got there, Coast Guard and the JDF earring, whenever there's a force competition, would normally come last and second to last. Alternatively, they would come last or second to last in all major sports, unless in some rare cases. So when I was posted to the Coast Guard, I was told that my winning streak would be over. Unfortunately, when I got to the Coast Guard after 50 years came on land to win the athletics outright.
What?
I'm in the march and shoot. The one swimming which they didn't normally win, they would have individual swimmers who could swim, but they won that outright. They won the football competition. And so the add value syndrome was more enjoyed by the Coast Guard than anywhere else because they were always coming last in sporting events. But I said, listen, you're all trained in the same place. There's no need for you to be battle with the earring. And I don't want you to see none of you guys and earring fighting out for last. So whilst in the Coast Guard, they turned up. Moral went up. The standard went up.
Awesome.
Coast Guard didn't want me, became my loved unit, the unit that I love the most, which is why the uniform and the dress is on my book cover. Because
explain that uniform to us. I see a lot of stripes and medals. Let me put it up on the screen so you don't have to hold it up. The one on the cover of the book.
Well, the medal, my first medal is for long service and good conduct. 18 years without giving any trouble, you usually get your long service and good conduct medal. The other medal I received was when I served in the United Nations. The United Nations awarded me a medal for the peacekeeping. And then JDF also gave me a medal for participating in a general service, which is outside the country. Then I received the Queen Diamond Jubilee Medal, which is the one in the middle, the center of the two on either right. The one in the middle is the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal. I think 50 years of being part of the JDF award, because we know coming from the monarchy system, we were under the British colony. And the final medal I received was Meritorious Award from the Governor General, King's House, where, service to country and the JDF, I was awarded Meritorious Award medal. So that brings out the 5 medals you're seeing there.
Right. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And again, retired regulating Master Chief Petty Officer Garfield Advalue Rowe, just schooling us tonight. But I have to ask you, how would you describe the treatment of women in the Jamaica Defense Force, and is that included in your book?
I didn't cover much about the treatment of women. My personal belief is that soldiers are soldiers. When I was deployed overseas, the first time I showered, it was a female next door to me, not of course improperly attired, but pretty much just doing her thing as a soldier. She wasn't covered up or hiding anything. She was just doing her thing in fear of who's looking, because that she was from the U.S. Army and she was trained. In the JDF, we tend to cover up a lot, and it's or just our personality of how we operate. But I knew that when my battalion, the infantry, because most female would go to the Coast Guard, the Air Wing, and so support role, mainly as administrative clerk back in the days. You would not see them really patrolling or doing our duties that the male soldiers do. That eventually changed afterwards. And one of the things when I was the RSM for the 2nd Battalion, we got 6 female soldiers. That was for the first time in an infantry role. Now, I immediately got them involved in guard duties, got them involved in firing parties, and things that women don't normally do. And so time has changed, and women have been involved in pretty much everything that the male is doing now. But prior to, in the earlier days, they would have been stereotyped, and there's certain things that, just leave them to administration. They're filing papers and doing documentations. But that has changed, and I'm happy to know that has changed. I didn't touch a lot on that in my book.
Okay. Now,
what I let you know is that by writing this book,
yes,
history has been created again, because I'm the first enlisted soldier in the history of Jamaica Defense Force to have written a book about serving in the Jamaica Defense Force. We're talking about soldiers coming from the British Army and the West Indian Regiment. All those soldiers in the past, the only time I knew about what was going on in jail is if I spoke to an old soldier at curfew home or one of the rougher soldiers, and I would hear about certain things that happened before my time. So there's nothing really documented as such outside of the history of the JDF, but certain nuances weren't documented. And so by writing this book, I also created history by being the first enlisted soldier to have written a book about life as a soldier in the JDF. I know that there are 2 officers, Major Ford, who wrote a book about the core values, and another officer, I'm not sure of his name, but as an enlisted soldier, I would have been the first. And I'm hoping to encourage other soldiers to write their story by writing my book.
Congratulations, sir. Obviously a well-written book, a well-thought-out book. We have a minute and a half. Anything else you want to share with the audience before you go? But I might not have asked you, but you feel you wouldn't want to leave this platform right now and not say this.
Well, joining the JDF I believe that every individual young youth should pass through the JDF. The discipline, the structure, all of this is very crucial to a young man who is going through life. It has certainly made me into who I am. Other than my dad, who did 25 years, I did 32 years. Both my sons are now in the National Guard here in the United States. My older son is training to be a pilot. And so it's a tradition from the family. And I would believe that I would encourage any youngster and parents to have their pass through the military, because it does a lot for them in structuring their life and making them who they are. No, I would not have survived had I not, and I should, in local term, big up the Cadet Force, Jamaica Combined Cadet Force, because they shaped my paramilitary career to who I became when I joined the JDF. And, I just want to give kudos to the Jamaica Combined Cadet Force for that. And a lot of youths are also, who have passed through the cadet, have done well. Within the JDF, a lot of our senior officers are coming from the Cadet Force. And so, that is very, very crucial. But one of the things I'd like to point out especially is the fact that never give up on your dreams and your goals, and always lead by examples. And I'm a testament of someone who was initially a cook, turned into a cook against my will. First time I went to jail in the JDF was because I was told to go and cook, and I didn't join the army to cook. And I was arrested. And my regimental sergeant major at the time, when he released from jail, said to me, Rowe, when you get a course and the army's certificate, go and do the course and then try and figure out some way. So I cooked for a year. And, after that, I started shaping my own military career. One of the things I'd like the persons to know was that I was injured during my recruit training and almost never made it. Where I had to be airlifted from the training depot in Newcastle to KPH and did some recovery period before joining back the intake. And my injury that I sustained, because I was treated, which is why they would turn me into a cook, because I was considered, a soldier with ailment and couldn't do the regular job. So they wanted to give me some other jobs to do, and I didn't want to do that. So having that done to me, after the first 2 years, I stopped physiotherapy, which I was going 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I stopped that, mentally told myself nothing was wrong with me so that I could elevate. And it's not after I became a Regimental Sergeant Major, 12 years after, I did this surgery that affected me during recruit training. So that was how I got to where I got, even whilst injured.
Very inspiring. The power of the mind and the ability to triumph over your circumstances. That's the moral right there. Oh, my goodness. Well, I have truly enjoyed this conversation. I learned a lot. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this is retired Regulating Master Chief Petty Officer, Mr. Garfield Add Value Rowe. And there is the book cover one more time on your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's available on Barnes & Noble and Amazon. And join the list of very satisfied readers who have enjoyed learning about the revealing of the hidden truth of the life of a soldier in the Jamaica Defense Force. Mr. Rowe, appreciate of this conversation. Thank you, sir. Good luck with the book. Look forward to running into you again, man, and talking more with you.
Thank you again for having me. And it was a pleasure, trying to a lot of people, and I said the in truth, figured I was spilling the beans on the JDF, but it was not so. I really wanted to express certain areas that I felt uncomfortable with without bringing the JDF in any disrepute. And just to let people know it's all not a bed of roses. And any organization that you serve, and the JDF certainly, didn't have, was a bed of roses. Everything was, all thought out. There are issues and there are problems, but how we dealt with them internally was what made us different. So that's why a lot of people would not have known that certain things existed within the JDF. Like it doesn't.
I'll end by putting the closing comment on that if you're telling your story, there's a difference between telling your story and trying to be a whistleblower. I hear a
Right.
story, not a whistleblower.
I appreciate that. Thank you,
You have
sir.
a great rest of your evening, sir.
Thank you for having me again. And, it was my pleasure being here and trying to get, but go ahead and get the book. It's just 118 pages, a very simple read and very straightforward. And a lot I didn't touch on because I really want you to get the book. So
Yes.
there's so many things in there that I didn't speak on. But if you get the book, you will see why they call me Add Value, Garfield Add Value Rowe.
And the book will add value to their lives. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Thank you, sir.
Looking for some authentic Caribbean groceries and treats? Then you must stop by the all-new Caribbean Marketplace. Now open with 3 locations: 5970 Old National Highway in Atlanta, 2618C Max Wheelan Boulevard in Lithia, and 6920 Douglas Boulevard in Douglasville. Open Sunday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Capture all your favorite Caribbean products from different islands in the Caribbean: produce, drinks, exotic Caribbean fruits and vegetables. You name it, we have it. Your one-stop shop. We also carry several different brands of ackee, curry, and other seasoning from the island, bread, buns, and a variety of great products. All available at the Caribbean Marketplace with 3 locations: 5790 Old National Highway in Atlanta, 2618C Max Wheelan Boulevard in Lithia, and 6920 Douglas Boulevard in Douglasville. For more information, call 678-829-3201 or visit CaribbeanMarketATL.com. So come out and explore everything that tourism in the Caribbean.
Send money to Jamaica with TapTap Send from UK, USA, or Canada, direct to a bank account or cash pickup from VM Money or JMME transfer. Easy, fast, with no transfer fees. Download our app today and use promo code JAMWIN for a free £20 or $20 bonus added to your first transfer for Hurricane Melissa impact support for families and communities in the parishes of Hanover, Westmoreland, St James, Trelawny, St Elizabeth, and parts of St Anne and Manchester. TapTap Send, easy, fast, with no transfer fees. TapTap Send, empowering families and communities in Jamaica through collaboration between the UK, USA, and Canada.
You are invited to enjoy an evening of music, praise, and fellowship at the Chris Blue Benefit Gospel Concert on November 22nd, 2025 at the James McKeown Worship Center, 2720 Centerville Highway, Snellville, Georgia, 30078, featuring Chris Blue and guest artists Inspired, Forgiven, and Radiant Light. Free parking, MC Wayne Hall. Proceeds will go towards the Snellville Seventh-day Adventist Church Building Fund. Admission early bird tickets $55 until October 15. Preferred seating $75 and general admission $65. Doors open at 5 p.m. For more information, call 678-794-1349. It's the Chris Blue Benefit Gospel Concert. Get your tickets and see you there.
No many men.
Mikey Sparkle Production presents Mikey Sparkle Christmas Party with a live performance by Glenn Washington. Yes, Atlanta, Glenn Washington live.
Please don't take my sweetness.
Doing all his hit songs. Music by DJ Carlton, DJ Code Ride, and Bugsy Bamba. Get your tickets at MikeySparkleOnline.com or call 770-895-8549. Pre-sold tickets $55, $70 at the door. Doors open 8 p.m. Dinner served at 9:30 p.m.
Loving you is wrong.
Glenn Washington live in concert at Mikey Sparkle Christmas Party, Saturday, December 20th at Grand Palace Banquet Hall, 3540 Club Drive in Lawrenceville.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after that break, we are back. And we have more guests for you right here on The Wayne Hall Show. We have Margaret St. Louis.
Yes, that
and
is
Martin
me.
C.
And Martin Constantine.
Martin Constantine. Well,
Unmute,
hello
Martin,
and welcome
unmute.
to you both.
Yes. Thank you for having us.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, let me put on the screen what we're talking about because it has to do with this event, which I could make this a little bigger for you, seeing that. So you're not coming on camera, right?
No, yes. No.
Okay.
Mhm.
So then I can take up more space with the flyer. Okay, good.
Okay.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about this Saturday, November 22nd, the Chris Blue
Yes.
Gospel Benefit Concert. And here are our guests, Margaret St. Luce and Martin Constantine, to tell us more. So, who's going to kick it off for us? We're excited.
We are excited because how many times have we had a huge concert in Snellville? Right?
Not often enough.
Not often enough, right? And, we have to drive to Savannah or, far away, maybe Tennessee. But Chris Blue is coming to Snellville this Saturday at 5 p.m. The doors open at 5 p.m. Shop. And who is Chris Blue? Chris Blue won what did he win? He won The Voice, the 12th season of The Voice. For all our friends out there who watch The Voice, he won The Voice at age 27. He was the last person. I am an avid watcher of The Voice. So they have blind auditions, and he came in. He was the last person to audition, and he left with the grand prize. And so he's coming to us on Saturday, 22nd, 5 p.m. Shop.
Right here in Snellville.
Right here in Snellville, yes.
That's right. That's right. And that's good to know. And tell us about the mission here. We're looking to just expand on the works.
Yes.
Well, it's a benefit concert, and the benefit that we're looking for is the proceeds are going towards our congregation acquiring our own sanctuary.
Yes.
We fellowship in the Snellville area, and we've been here since 2019. But so far, we have not been able to secure a worship site of our own. And this is our aim. This is our goal.
Yes.
And we are pleased to work towards that goal while bringing such a phenomenal singer performer to the Snellville area in Chris Blue.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Yes, and I mean, winning The Voice is by no means an easy
a small
feat.
thing. Exactly.
And that's a big deal. And
It is.
to have him here in front of us, man, on stage, live, in living color,
Yes.
is not something we should ever want to pass on. And so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Tell us about the venue.
So the venue is at 272720 Centerville Highway. And there is a church there that's called Church of the Pentecost. But that event center is in the back. It's a state-of-the-art event center. Recently renovated. The lighting, it's just a perfect place for a concert. So it's going to be, it holds up to 600 people. So it's a big place. So yeah, we want everyone to just grab their tickets. And talking about tickets, we know, Brother Wayne, you've been advertising the tickets. Guess what? We have a nice surprise tonight. The general admission is $55, not $65. Not 65 as you've been advertising. It is $55. So everybody wants to grab the tickets at eventbrite.com. Yes.
So you heard that? Breaking news, guys.
Yes.
The tickets are $55,
Yes.
not $65. Oh,
Not
man.
65, and it's $30 for children 12 and under. So if you have young children, bring them along. The tickets are only $30 a piece for them. Yes.
There you go. And
Yes.
so, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a night of fellowship, worship, all for a good cause. I mean, you do such great work. You really do need to have your own dwelling, right?
Yes,
so,
to be able to cater to the the community of Snellville, cater to the people around, to help in whichever way we can. We definitely need a place to do that. Whether it's going to be to do a food pantry or to do health services, but we need a building to do that. So yes.
And it's not just Chris Blue.
All right. It's not. Yes, right. That's right. We have 3 other artists coming. We have brother Constantine, brother M, I call him, brother Martin. Who do we have coming? The 3 other artists. We have Forgiven. Okay. We have Radiant Lights coming. Okay. It's good. And who's the other artist we have?
Inspired.
And Inspired.
Yeah,
So
and they
it's
also have a group called Forgiven.
forgiven.
And those
Yes.
guys know what they're doing when they put their voices together.
When they put their voices together, they're a cappella. They don't sing with any music, and it's something to really hear. So yes,
Hmm.
yes,
Amazing stuff. Ladies
yes,
and gentlemen, I have the honor, the dubious distinction of hosting this awesome,
yes,
awesome
yes.
event. And I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. I need you all to come out and let's have a great Saturday evening. All right. Saturday is very special to me. It's my daughter's birthday. This is
Oh
this
wow,
this is the
Okay.
ultimate gift.
wow.
Well, you have her
Okay,
birthday
she's
lined up.
bring her on. She's gonna have a nice birthday.
I know,
Wow.
right?
Yes,
Yep.
listening to music.
So, ladies and gentlemen, again, this is the Chris Blue, winner of the Voice
Yes,
Gospel Benefit Concert featuring
right.
Inspired, Forgiven,
Yes,
Radiant Light. Ticket
yes,
prices are $10 less
yes. That's
than
right.
you're looking at on
Yes,
your screen
yes,
right now. General
yes.
admission is $55, not
Not
$65.
65. That's right.
And it's at the James McKeown Worship Center, which is
Yes,
behind what?
yes.
Behind which church?
The Church of the Pentecost, which you will see
Behind the
right
Church
by
of
the
the
highway.
Pentecost.
So, but there will be people guiding you to where you need to
Okay.
go. So just come out, and we will be there to welcome you and to accommodate you for sure.
All right. All
Yeah.
right. I can't
Mhm.
wait. I can't wait.
The
Anything
more the
else
merrier.
before you go?
Well, it's a time of that is not just entertainment, it's a time of worship. It's a time
Yep.
of the name of Jesus,
Yes.
and his heart for God comes through in the way that he performs.
Yes.
So you're in for a huge blessing, and
Amen.
don't miss it.
Amen. Amen. Don't miss it. Okay, tickets are on Eventbrite. There's a number. Just call that number. We can send you the link for the ticket, or go on Eventbrite and type in Chris Blue, and you would come right to the link to purchase your tickets right on there. Okay, so
Time is running out.
don't stay home. Please come out.
That's right. That's right. Well, you
Yes.
heard it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's happening on Saturday. It's the Chris Blue Gospel Benefit Concert right here in Snellville, Georgia.
On
And you
Centerville
can't miss
Highway.
this one, man. Come on out.
Yes.
Be
Yeah.
inspired, be blessed. And it's all for an amazing cause.
Yes. Amen.
That's
So,
right.
Amen.
all
Amen.
right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I thank you for your time this evening. Glad you made it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, Mr. Hall. Look forward to your guiding the program and making
Yes.
the audience at home.
Yes.
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
We will have a blast. All right.
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you, and see you then. Okay.
See
Thank
you
you so much.
there.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
All right, blessings.
Blessings. Yes.
Okay. Take care.
Take
There
care.
we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This Saturday, yours truly hosting. And the event we're talking about is this one right here. Not that, but this. All right, there it is, a little bigger on your screen. So please come on out and check it out, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be great. All right. And so we want to shout out sponsors, the Etinoff Law Firm and Tranquility, Care You Can Believe In. They're sponsors of this event as well. We need to shout them out. Tickets on Eventbrite, all right? And it's the Chris Blue in concert tickets. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big shout out and a special thank you to everyone on YouTube right now. I was so caught up in the conversation with Sergeant Garfield at Value Rowe. Jennifer Johnson says, Sergeant was a good friend of mine. Greetings from Toronto. Hello, Jennifer. All right. Wayne Rodney. Greetings, chat room, Wayne Hall and my brethren Rowe. Bless up yourself, Wayne Rodney. Stafford Grant said, yes, Mr. Wayne, your guest is truthfully correct about the racism handed down to anyone from the most underserved communities in Kingston and St. Andrew. 98% of the men and women serving in the JDF. Amazing. Wow. Oh. Andrew Lawrence, proud of my ardent schoolmate. Yes. And there goes the title. Right. RMC Garfield Rowe. Well done, bro. Okay. And Thank you so much, everyone. Please subscribe, okay, if you have not done so, to the Wayne Hall Show. What a pleasure. Mr. Rowe, you have it turned up. And then on Facebook, Christine Marzuka, how are you? She says, good evening, Officer Sergeant Rowe. Your friends are watching on the Wayne Hall Show. Indeed, indeed, indeed. So, yep, thank you. We appreciate you all right, for tuning in and for enjoying the show. All right. Do I have time for... I have one more guest, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me, and then we're going to get back to some music. I promise you, we'll get back into some music. All right? So, let me do this. You know what? Let me come back here. That's okay. All right. Let me come back here to bass and work myself from here. All right, so Michelle Hamilton joins us next. She's going to talk about another event happening this weekend that's going to benefit Jamaica. All right, I see the love there on TikTok. Thank you so much. Appreciate love it. All right. Okay, so. All right. I'm trying to see. I think if not, I can always play music after her. So we'll see when she gets here. All right, let me take this down, and all right, let's do this. Okay.
One Jamaica, me say, and we no care where we there. Yes, we give thanks for Jamaica, a gift to the world by the Maker. I don't even care who you vote for, as long as you stand for Jamaica. And whether you live on the island or in the diaspora, we are stronger together. We love Jamaica, one Jamaica we say, and we no care in the world where we there. One Jamaica we say, we give them bolt and we give them reggae. One Jamaica we say, and we no care in the world where we there. One Jamaica we say, we give them bolt and we give them reggae. We have been through the fire, we have been through the rain. Now the stakes getting higher, our faith will remain. We are brave, bold and strong, we will never stay down. Our history has shown, we will rise from the ground. One Jamaica we say, and we no care in the world where we there. One Jamaica we say, we give them bolt and we give them reggae. One Jamaica we say, and we no care in the world where we there. One Jamaica we say, we give them bolt and we give them reggae. Our people are so nice, they will always treat you right. But if you come to fuss and fight, we will surely dim your light. And if you come hard at us, we will come hard at you. But if you're humble and true, then enough respect is due.
Gotta shout out the First Lady Michelle, Tracy and Clark, Maxine Dawson, big up yourself.
We give them bolt and we give them reggae.
Also want to shout out Norleen Thomas.
Hey. In the world where we there. One Jamaica we say, we give them bolt and we give them reggae. We embrace our future, celebrate our past. We preserve our ancestors' legacy that will last. They once stood on life's stage with the strength of their feet and refused to bow down helplessly to their knees. One Jamaica we say, and we no care in the world where we there. One Jamaica we say, we give them bolt and we give them reggae. One Jamaica we say, and we no care in the world where we there. One Jamaica we say, we give them bolt and we give them reggae. No matter where we are, we just love Jamaica. Cause there is
just one Jamaica, real Jamaica. United, nothing is better. One Jamaica, real Jamaica. United, nothing is stronger.
Why, Rayon?
We've been traveling for a long, long time. We're gonna overcome pain and suffering in my weekend bones. We're gonna overcome.
That's right.
It won't be long, it's not that far. We're gonna overcome. Got to win this race, we will win the war. We're gonna overcome. We've been traveling for a long, long time. We're gonna overcome pain and suffering in my weekend bones. We're gonna overcome. Jehovah is my navigator. He guides me through the wilderness. He eased my pain, he's my savior. Comforting a pain and stress. The Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end. Jehovah is my comforter. He's my forever friend.
That's right. We Shall Overcome. A song written for the ages, sung for the ages by Roy Rand. We're going to get back to that, but our next guest is here. So we're going to check out what's going on to actually help us overcome. Please shout out our fruitcake competition. Getting to that. After our next guest, we'll definitely talk about some upcoming events in the area. All right, this weekend and beyond. Okay, so stay tuned for that. But right now, I'm going over to Zoomland and I'm going to say good evening and welcome to Miss Michelle Hamilton. How are you?
I am doing well, Wayne. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic, Michelle. Yes,
Wonderful.
here hanging in there trying to do the do, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You're doing the do. Yes, you are.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, and speaking of doing the do, excuse me, you are here to share with us about an opportunity for us to be entertained as well as to support a great cause.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So this weekend, there's going to be a wonderful experience. It's going to be at Chateau 1870 at 491 Harbins Road in Tacula. And it's a pre-Thanksgiving dinner. It's Thanksgiving themed, and it's not your average dinner. It's a like soulful, elegant Thanksgiving celebration with gourmet food, live music, local art, and just everyone coming together to just enjoy a nice pre-Thanksgiving meal. And it's going to be incredible because there's going to be a saxophonist playing. Okay. Yes, yes, nice and elegant. And it's going to be a very nice atmosphere. And Chateau 1870 is a very gorgeous, nice, intimate venue. I mean, you really enjoy it. And hence the name Chateau 1870. It's a home that was restored that was originally built in 1870. And yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, and the owners have done a marvelous job restoring it, and it's just nicely decorated, and it's just the perfect place for just a warm and exclusive, like it's an intimate dining experience. So it's not only just for dinner and for dining. We have been supporting the Jamaica relief efforts ever since that the unfortunate experience in our island of Jamaica. So a couple weeks ago, we did have another event there. We had a brunch, and the owners donated, net profits from the venue to Jamaica relief efforts, and we all the vendors, we donated funds as well, and we donated supplies, and we partnered with, I know everybody, Wayne, Jaquel Tucker of the Jamaica Project USA.
Yes,
We partnered
it's a
with
partner
her.
of ours. The Wayne Hall
Yes,
Show platform partners with the Jamaica Project USA.
yes, yes. So we packed up, a whole bunch of supplies that were donated, from everyone coming out, and we went out and met with Jaquel, and we got some things shipped off this week. And we're just continuing these relief efforts with this event this weekend, and we're asking people to bring their supplies out. And there's a link that I sent you. I don't know if you could share it in the chat or not, but it's a link that it has all the information for the event. It also has the list of the disaster relief supplies, because there's certain supplies that are needed in Jamaica, a long list, but it shows the list of items that are definitely needed in all the different parishes. So we have that list on the site as well. Okay, so we're taking donations. We have several barrels there. We're trying to fill the barrels. We're trying to get these barrels out. Get more donations, more supplies out to Jamaica as soon as possible. So again, it's a elegant dinner, culinary delights by our chef Sophia Morel. The food is going to be delicious. One of the items, we love turkey, but as Caribbean, Jamaicans, we love to jerk our turkey. We love jerk everything. So it's going to be jerk turkey, and we're going to give complimentary gifts to our guests, and our complimentary gift that we love to give is Chef Sophia. She makes freshly juices, and one of her fresh juices for this season is sorrel, of course. So she's making fresh sorrel, and we're going to give our guests a bottle of fresh sorrel. So
awesome.
So please come out and support. Come to this event. I don't know if you have the flyer that you can share. I know you said you're going to share it on your
Absolutely. They
page.
are looking at the flyer as we speak.
Okay,
It's
wonderful.
on the screen right between you and I.
Okay,
You can't see
great.
it.
Yes, wonderful. So all the information is on the flyer. There's a QR code on the flyer. There is a link on there as well. If you want more information, you can definitely shoot me a text. I'll tell you my number. It's 770-289-5527. You can just text me for more information. And again, please come out and support.
Please.
It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful dinner pre-Thanksgiving, bringing the community together, not only to just, come together and socialize and enjoy a nice culinary experience, but to support Jamaica relief efforts.
Okay, go ahead and repeat the phone number. 770.
Absolutely. 770-289-5527.
5527.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so that link has been shared everywhere the Wayne Hall is broadcasting right now, except on TikTok. It's on YouTube, 2 Facebook pages. So
wonderful.
It's all over the world right now.
Thank you
TikTok,
so much.
don't be mad at me. I do have access to my WhatsApp on my server, but I won't take on that extra task right now.
Yes, definitely.
But
Yes. So that
it's
mark,
there.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, mark your calendars for this Saturday and come create beautiful, beautiful memories at Chateau 1870. And let's celebrate this season together, like in style, because it's going to be just a wonderful experience for everyone.
Love it. Love it. Yes, indeed. Savor an unforgettable Thanksgiving-inspired culinary experience with music, art, and candlelight while supporting the cause in Jamaica. And please bring items for Jamaican relief. The Jamaica Project USA, amazing organization.
Yes,
it
very
couldn't
amazing.
go to better hands. So
Yes,
I endorse
that
that.
is amazing. Yes. Thank
I'm
you.
Wayne Hall, and I endorse the Jamaica Project USA.
Yes, yes. So do I. Yes, I do. Thank you,
All
Wayne.
right.
Appreciate
Okay,
you.
Miss
Thank
Michelle.
you so much for having me.
You are welcome. Please have a great Thanksgiving.
You
and
do the
thanks for
same.
making time to come on and sharing this great opportunity with.
And thanks for giving me the time. I
Oh, you're very
appreciate it.
welcome. No worries. Have a great rest
Have a
of your
good
evening.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
bye-bye.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So there you have it. Okay. We shall overcome. We're going to get back into that song. But before we do, let's go back to some of the events that's happening in our neck of the woods. All right. Thank you, Christine. Amazing. Christine typed the number in. All right, so there you have it, the Chris Blue Benefit Concert. That's this Saturday. I'll be your host, giving you the most. All right, we're going to just fellowship and worship together and have a great time. All right, please come through and support. All right, then the other one I want to share with you is that you can donate books, help Jamaica's deaf schools rebuild. All right, Hurricane Melissa has devastated, as you know, a lot of the infrastructure. St. Christopher's School for the Deaf, the Caribbean Christian Center for the Deaf, the Jamaica Christian School for the Deaf can all use books. How to donate? Scan the QR code. All right, it's Donate K-12 Books. And on Facebook, you could message Miss Claudia Gordon. Books received by November 23rd will be hand-delivered to Jamaica. All right, so follow-up delivery plan for mid-January 2026. Together we rise, together we rebuild, together we renew hope for Jamaica. So supporting the School for the Deaf, the schools for the deaf in Jamaica. All right, we just talked about this with Michelle. Okay, so we don't need to spend a lot of time on this, but again, Chateau 1870 experience is one to have, and bring your items to donate to Jamaica while you go. All right, still love to see this logo, so I always show it, all right? Must be wondering, why, Wayne, why? Yeah, I like to be bold in my black, green, and gold. Okay, and this is the cake competition that there has been spoken about at length in my feed. Dr. Polly Reed and one Christine Marzuka, the Jamaica Museum. All right, and Cultural Center presents the third annual, it's 3 already? OMG. The third annual fruitcake competition. And this is happening November 23rd, that's Sunday, at 4 p.m. Who will be this year's champion? Join us for the return of the fruitcake competition. And this takes place at 414 North Hairston Road, Suite 300 in Stone Mountain, Georgia. For more information, visit jmccatlanta.com/fruitcake for competition entry tickets, vendor info, and more. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the third year of this fruitcake competition, and they're making it the best year yet. So please go out and support them at 414 North Hairston Road, Suite 300 in Stone Mountain on Sunday with this one. All right. What else we've got going on here? Let me see what else we've got going on. We got golf coming up. Yeah. Patsy Austin Gatson is going to have, let's see, when is this one? November 17th. That is gone, right? Yeah, that's past and gone. So I'll get that out the way here because that is no longer. All right. And then this is what? Okay. We talked about this a while ago, the Chris Blue Benefit Concert. Also happening, my Alabama friends, the CACAO Scholarship Gala is Saturday, December 6th from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., right? From 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the Pelham Civic Center. Purchase your tickets on Eventbrite. Yes, purchase your tickets on Eventbrite. And prices after November 1st are single ticket $65, table ticket $500. All right? And we also have the Father Holong and friends. They're having their Christmas show. This takes place at the Hollybrook Golf and Tennis Club, 900 South Hollybrook Drive, Pembroke Pines, Florida. Friday, December 12th, Saturday, December 13th, Sunday, December 14th, 7 p.m. on Friday, 7 p.m. on Saturday, 3 p.m. on Sunday. And then we wrap up with the KC 100-year anniversary celebration, the Georgia chapter. And this takes place at the Falls at Autry Mills Clubhouse, 9825 Autry Mills Drive in Alpharetta, Georgia. Special guest, Principal Dave Myrie, Judge Joel Scott, and Alreen Richards Bar OD will receive community service awards. Entertainment by pianist Hugh Davis and the one, the only, DJ Cold Rice, serving it up hot musically. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, if you need more information, scan that QR code or call 470-621-5731. And like we love to say, see you there. That's all she wrote, folks. How much time we have? 5 minutes before we are overcome. Okay. All right. It's been a busy night. Let me see. Most grateful. Oh, come on. Yeah, I've been talking about it. The Tracy and saying, wow, I hope it's not at the same time of the other event. No, there's no clash. Different days. But yep. All right. So, yeah, man, check out the museum and cultural cake contest. That's pretty interesting to have a contest about our cake. I'll just go and watch them for a few years and then just go take it over, okay? Because they can't bake that thing like me, you know. Listen to him talk. Listen to Wayne all round up his mouth. About him I go bake. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, let's go out with hope and with encouragement and just keeping Jamaica in our prayers, on our minds. All we do, all we say, keep thinking how you can support, not just now, medium term, long term.
So me say, we've been traveling for a long, long time. We're gonna overcome pain and suffering in my weekend bones. We're gonna overcome. It won't be long, it's not that far. We're gonna overcome. Got to win this race, we will win the war. We're gonna overcome. We've been traveling for a long, long time. We're gonna overcome.
That's right.
Pain and suffering in my weekend bones. We're gonna overcome. Jehovah is my navigator. He guides me through the wilderness. He is my pain, he's my savior. Comfort in a pain and stress. The Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end. Jehovah is my comforter. He's my forever friend. We've been traveling for a long, long time. We're gonna overcome pain and suffering in my weekend mode. We're gonna overcome. It won't be long, it's not that far. We're gonna overcome. Gotta win this race, we will win the war. We're gonna overcome.
Out of the darkness.
Joy cometh in the morning.
Yes, indeed. Joy cometh in the morning. There's another one I want to give us a taste of. Ladies and gentlemen, Damian Marley, Sean Paul, and Adele. The storm will pass.
Out of the darkness, your light still ablaze. Even when the sky falls down in a rage.
Check it out, guys.
We rise from the ashes, heart full of praise. Jamaica, me island. We strong through the day.
The wind was loud, the night was cold, but love's the fire we still hold. The ocean roared, it took its toll, but faith is deeper than the waves.
Stop it! Stop it! Calm down! Stop it! Even when the sky fall down in a rage, we rise from the ashes, heart full of praise. Jamaica, me island. We strong through the day.
The wind was loud, the night was cold, but love's the fire we still hold. The ocean roared, it took its toll, but faith is deeper than the waves that roll. I see the children faces bright, even through tears they find their light. The walls may crumble, the roofs may fly, but you can't break the soul inside.
The storm will pass, the morning comes. we'll build again beneath the sun.
No one can steal a spirit from we. Jamaica strong, forever free.
Hold on, my people, don't you cry. The rainbow waits across the sky. The storm will pass, the storm will pass. We see the flood, but we not drown. We plant the seed, pan higher ground. Out of struggle come the crown. We rise again, the lion sound. From Kingston town to Montego Bay. People are pray, people are stay. Together we men what the wind swept away. One heart, one love, one brighter day. Hear me now. Can't stop the people when the spirit's strong. No hurricane can last too long. We rebuild stone by stone from dusk to dawn. Cause the heartbeat of the island live on. Me say, bless up the youth them, lift up the elder, show love for the soldier, nurse and the helper. Every little hand come together like shelter. Jamaica stand tall forever and ever.
I've seen the light after the rain. I felt the peace that follows pain. We lost so much, but we remain. And from the earth we rise again.
The storm will pass, the morning comes. We'll build again beneath the sun.
No one can steal the spirit from we. Jamaica strong, forever free.
Yeah, we there still unbreakable. Together we rise unstoppable.
Hold on, me people, don't you cry. The rainbow waits across the sky. We see the light that's from the rain. I felt the peace that follows pain. We lost so much, but we remain. And from the earth we rise again.
Me say, bless up the youth them, lift up the elder, show love to the soldier, nurse and the helper. Every little hand come together like shelter. Jamaica stand tall forever and ever.
Every tear a blessing in disguise. Wash the sorrow, clear the eyes. And when the silence fills the air, that's when love will answer prayer.
Jah guide we through the hardest fight. Turn the darkness into light.
And I'll be singing to the sky. We will heal, we will rise.
From Ocho Rios to Negril Town, we all live each other, we no back down. Feed the mother, the farmer, the youth on the street. Me say courage and faith, that a true heartbeat. We dance in the rain, yeah the vibe still sweet. Cause hope of the drum and love of the beat.
The storm will pass, the dawn will break. Our hearts still beat, our hands still make. Rebuild the home, replant the seed. Jah provide for every need. Up, 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 we never fail. Feel like mountains, sail through gale. Hold on, my people, don't you cry. The rainbow waits across the sky.
The storm will pass, so yes it will pass. Yeah, me say strength in all the struggle, love in all the land.
From the storm we'll rise again, hand in hand.
Jamaica me are
forever we stand.
One love, one heart, one plan. Yeah, out of the darkness, your light still ablaze.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the way to get out of here this evening. Big up yourself, Keith Cole. Thank you, sir. Shout out again to everyone who made it this evening. Boy, let me tell you, it was a stretch, but we pulled it off right here. We got in all our guests and some good music, and we'll be back with more. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to say live and let love. Don't forget, the only way to start at the top is if you're digging a hole. Always look around for something that you can support, encourage, and cherish. Be grateful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for making it a great edition. We'll be back next week with more right here on all our blazing stations and platform. So thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your evening and see ya.
The storm will pass. We see the flood, but we not drown. We plant the seed on higher ground. Out of struggle come the crown.